Greater Columbus Convention Center. I am Brian Harter along with Gregg Collins, and this is game number 6 of our first night of coverage here of the Holiday Hoopla. And I tell you what, Coach, we may have saved the best for last. Columbus Northland at 6-1 overall, 4-0 in the Columbus City League in the North Division. Richmond Heights is 2-2. But they play a very tough schedule. And, oh, by the way, they have won the Division IV state title for the last 3 seasons.
Well, they're not going to win the Division IV this year because they've moved down a division, and now we have, 6, 7, something like that. But, yeah, you're talking about a basketball team with some recent history that's unmatched by anybody. And they might be Division IV, Division V, Division VI, but they play the big boys. And over the years, they've had success against the big boys, and tonight they get another D1 team.
Now, you look at what they were able to do last year in Richmond Heights. They were 19-9 a year ago and won their 3rd straight title. That tells you how tough their schedule was as they headed into the postseason, with 9 losses still winning a state title.
Well, and you look at the last 3 years, you look at their state championship games, and they've won them all by, 30-plus points? So when they get to the tournament, that's the breather for them. They get to relax maybe a little bit. But they're a very talented basketball team, and, it's great. As I've said already today, why not challenge yourself? Challenge yourself during the regular season. This year they've challenged themselves. They played Newark. Oh, yeah, Newark was a team that we haven't seen, but we know that they beat Pick Central, a team we were impressed with in the first game tonight. Newark's a team that beat Richmond Heights. But, hey, let's play those big boys. And, they lost to Westerville North. I've already told you what I think of Westerville North, maybe the best team in Central Ohio, and we'll see if they're one of the better teams in the state. But they've played the big boys. I said Northland was Division I. They are now down to Division II with the addition of divisions.
Well, you talked about their dominance in the state tournament. Their first title back in 22, they won that state title game over New Madison Tri-Village 50-29. They followed that with a perfect 29-0 season the next year, capped with a 70-26 win over Convoy Crestview in the state championship game. And last year, after going to the regular season 12-9, they beat Berlin Highlands 62-35. They were not even really pushed in any of those title games.
No, and you talk about 2 years ago where they went 29-0. There were a lot of very credible people that thought they were the best team in the state regardless of division as they went 29-0 playing some of the big boys. I mean, they are up in the northern part of the state. They will play the St. Ed's, who we have tremendous respect for, St. Ignatius. They'll play the big boys, and they have had success over the years, and certainly 2 years ago they had great success.
Quentin Rogers is their head coach. They have 147 wins and only 35 losses under Rogers. And as we mentioned, he led them to 5 Final Fours, 3 state championships. He was the Northeast District Coach of the Year in 2018, 2021, 2023. The gentleman knows what he's doing.
Well, he does. Certainly he does. But he's had some guys that have been some outstanding players. TJ Crumble, who was there for a while last year and transferred out, is ranked as one of the top players in the country. I believe he's number 99 in the junior class. He is now at Lutheran East. Dorian Jones, a 6'5 senior that we're going to see tonight, who is going to be playing next year at Ohio State. They've been some dudes that have come through there, and that always makes us coaches a lot better.
Now, on the other side, Columbus Northland, they're no slouch. They are 6-1. They're 4-0 in the Columbus City League's North Division. They've won a state championship. They claimed the school's lone state title back in 2009. They defeated Cincinnati Princeton 60-58 to win the Division I crown. Northland, led by head coach Satch Sullinger, finished 27-1 that year.
With his boy was an outstanding player for him on that Northland team that went on, I believe it was that JR, was one of his sons, that went on to have a great career at Ohio State.
Tehan Johnson replaced Sean Taylor back in 2021 as the head coach. He is in his fourth season now as the Vikings head man. He is 50-22 as their head coach. He graduated from Columbus East back in 2001 and played at the University of Idaho. He graduated from there in 2005. He played professionally overseas until 2020 when he came back to coach this program. So you've got two outstanding coaches in these two storied programs.
Yeah, they've just created a programs that the kids play hard and they're used to success. Columbus Northland, two-time City League champs.
Well, you can tell they wanted to, right out of the gate, wanted to start things off with a dunk off of the tip, but a nice defensive play. And the ball is out of bounds. It will stay with Northland.
Now, can you read the
I was just getting ready to say that, and the answer is no.
Yeah.
Ball tapped away. I like the gold pinstripes for Northland. Ball tapped away.
Turnover right away, and Richmond Heights is out on the run.
Three in the air, and misfired by Derek Barber. Both these teams love to push the tempo, push the ball up the floor. And a travel, or they're going to call a foul inside as they tried to get the ball
into McMorris. And McMorris is, he's a high flyer. That guy, if he gets out on the open, you're going to see some highlight dunks. But he's a good athlete around the basket especially. They've posted him up here early. He draws the foul on the first one. He's a 6'7" senior. He has stepped out to shoot the three, but boy, is he so good around the basket area. He's going to be a good matchup. Number 11, Dorian Jones with Richmond Heights, the young man we talked about that's going to Ohio State. That will be a good matchup between those two.
Looks like we might have a little uniform malfunction for McMorris. He splits the pair. Demarius Winters grabs the rebound.
Right away, Northland, make or miss. They're into full court pressure. Falling back into an odd zone. Richmond Heights playing with 5 out. You can see the Northland kids on the bench doing a great job of getting their kids excited about playing defense.
That's what I like to see.
Yeah, that is outstanding. Good penetration kick, not able to hit the three.
Deontay James, they go inside and a travel.
Actually, he pushed off. Yeah, so they're calling an offensive foul. The ball was up in the air. He did a little push off. We'll see a little bit that in the college football playoffs, I'm sure, by the wide receivers. We just saw it here. 1-0.
Yeah, whoever created those uniforms,
not for the media.
I'm not a fan. They are impossible to read up here at the top of the gymnasium.
Northland doing a good job of rotating in the zone.
Long three and a miss. Dump it down into the post. Out of a triple team and a foul.
It looked like he was trying to kick it back out to a shooter, but the hands were so aggressive around him, he said, listen, I'm just going to power it up. And he does pick up the foul.
So McMorris back to the line.
Adam, I need you to be a spotter for me and zoom in on those numbers. I can't.
Talk to the camera guy.
Talk to
And McMorris is 3 for 3, and the Northland lead is 3-0. Team like Northland, you can tell they really like playing defense.
I don't know how much zone they've played, but it looks like they're well schooled in it right now. Good help.
And a travel. And a turnover committed by the Vikings defense.
Richmond Heights is not able to get anything at the basket. They come with their full court pressure. A little trapping, trying to create a little offense from the defense.
And a travel, so a little bit of sloppy play here early on. Northland with a 3-0 lead. We are just underway. And a timeout on the floor as, guessing both coaches not very happy with the play here so far in the first quarter.
Well, I think Coach Rogers from Richmond Heights called the timeout, and I think, he said, hey, we're getting ready to go on offense, and our offense has been non-existent in the first 3 minutes of this basketball game. We're kind of stagnant. They're playing a zone. I'm sure their kids have seen a zone before. All the movement is outside, the little movement there is. The last time they were able to get a little dribble penetration, but they traveled at the end of it. I'm sure he just wants to settle the kids down and get them into the right set here on offense. Again, three-quarters court pressure by Northland. Not necessarily going for a steal.
3 in the air, and still not a made field goal by either team. And a run out and a missed dunk and a foul as Jaden Schultz tried to electrify the crowd here at the convention center, and he'll go to the line.
I'm kind of surprised after a timeout that their set was for a 3. They've been shooting threes. They haven't been able to get anything in the paint. I thought they might try to do something to get the ball into the paint, create something in close to the basket. I think they're playing right into Northland's hands right now. Not that they're not capable three-point shooters, but they're not giving Richmond Heights any easy baskets.
Schultz averages 16 a game. He hits his first 2 free throws. And it's a 5-0 lead. Quick ball movement by.
But now they're going with a little 4-out, 1 in, so they're getting somebody inside. They bring him off the baseline for a screen. There, the interior pass.
Another missed field goal. And Northland quickly in transition pushes up to the other end.
Oh, I know he wants that one back.
Walker thought about it, then slowed things up. Hey, James.
And they've been playing such good defense. You don't need to reach. You've been doing a great job. Obviously, you held the team scoreless for 4.5 minutes here. Just keep playing sound defense, force the perimeter shot with pressure, and then they're doing a great job rebounding. This odd front zone has been very, very good to Northland today.
Strong take inside. Another missed field goal opportunity.
A lot of hands.
Dante James will slow it up. And walk it up to the top of the circle. Inside to McMorris. And he has it blocked, but an offensive rebound by Northland. James for two.
Nice pump fake, pull up. Nice shot fake.
So the first field goal of the ball game comes with about 2:45 to go in the first quarter.
Trap
And
in the
James
passing lane.
with a steal and a conversion at the other end. James averages about 17 a game for Northland. 3 in the air.
Now,
And the offensive struggles for Richmond Heights continue. James from the elbow.
boy, they can't get anything to fall, can they?
Nothing is going in the basket for Richmond Heights, which is not a bad thing because I'm not sure I can tell you who scored.
Yeah.
Kick it out in the corner for three. James in the lane. Lays it up with the left hand. He's fouled. It'll go to the line.
What a great move. We'll see on the free throw whether he's right or left-handed, but he made the move with his right hand to get in the paint, but the only way to get the shot up was to go back to his left hand, and he did, scored. I'm interested to see. Is he a righty or a lefty? You call it right now.
He's a righty.
He's a righty, just practiced. That makes that layup even more impressive, going with his left hand.
Now, he's only a 52% free throw shooter from the line. Again, back to the silence when people step to the charity stripe.
Now, they had a young man on the team last year, King Kendrick, who was a junior that transferred out, a top 120 player in the country that transferred out of Northland, that can shoot jump shots either right or left-handed. Having a phenomenal year down in South Carolina at a prep school. I don't know, maybe that's something they teach at Columbus Northland. They cause another turnover.
And they've got numbers. And James with the left hand lays it up and in. James now with 8.
Now, what we've seen so far today is a team that gets a good lead early, it doesn't last.
Shot fake. Right-handed layup in the first basket of the game.
Yeah, it was a nice move. It was a pump fake and a little slow getting to the basket, but he moved around the players and got the right hand up. And Northland calls timeout. They don't like giving up baskets. They called a timeout because their man gave up a basket, so
He's getting kicked off the team.
he's probably there. But Northland has just been playing outstanding defense. Their zone has been doing a great job. That's the first time this last possession that Richmond Heights was able to break the zone down and get to the basket and get an easy look, which is something I think they need to do. I mean, right now Northland is, their zone is wide. It's out there. They want to put pressure on the ball. They also want to get a hand on three-point shooters. So you got to take advantage of it. And I know Richmond Heights has the athletes. Get around, get to the basket.
Deontay James with 8 points here early. A few free throws by a couple of other teammates. Schultz with 2 and McMorris with 3. That has been the offense for Northland. And Derek Barber finally getting Richmond Heights in the scoring column with his first 2 points, the UTEP commitment. And as we mentioned before, that is where he will start. Not sure that's where he will finish.
That's a long way from home, baby. University of Texas El Paso. They play the Sun Bowl down there. All right, now they're trying to create a little offense from the defense.
And they
Get
travel.
the trap, and they force a travel. A little bit too quick with the ball.
Von Craighead with the turnover.
Northland staying with what's been good to them. Three-quarters court pressure, back to an odd front zone.
Three in the air and good by Audio.
That was a big three. Catch and shoot.
So the second field goal of the night for Richmond Heights.
Nice crossover dribble.
Off balance shot. It's a three, and it's good by Schultz.
Off the dribble. Impressive shot. But he is averaging, 16 points a game, so you know he's got the ability.
The quickness at the defensive end of the floor, and a three in the air and good by Demarius Winters. And Richmond Heights ends the first quarter, pulling to within 8. You're watching the Holiday Hoopla on the OH.Report. We are back here to start the second quarter.
Skin, go to the zone. It was good for the first quarter, except for the very end of it. There's the last three possessions. Nice job offensively. They're able to get some three-pointers up. We are going to, it's my mistake, we are going to get the numbers correct. Richmond Heights roster numbers and personnel, I don't believe are matching up for us. So we not only can't see the numbers very well, they're inaccurate anyway.
So you don't need to.
Well, we don't need to. Another three, another hit. You know, Brian, the toughest three-point shot in basketball is from the corner, but they've hit 4 of them right now. Here I was saying early in the game, they got to get the ball to the basket. Well, that's why I'm sitting up here, because they've hit 4 straight, I believe it's 4 straight threes. Nice take. Yeah, hopefully we're going to get a roster from the scorebook, and we'll have it down for you. Richmond Heights has so many good players. We want to acknowledge them. Knock down a free throw, and what we saw early, where Northland with a big run. Richmond Heights has responded. Now they're back to their three-quarters court pressure. Theirs is more of a box pressure. Knocked down 3 by Northland. By number 4, you pronounce that, will you?
Marugu.
Marugu.
3 in the air on the other end, and another misfire. And the Vikings push up by 4, excuse me.
You know, referees love this. You know, there's not banging inside. Everybody's outside the three-point line. There's no banging inside. There's a good pump fake take. Great job attacking the closeout.
Marugu again now with 5. And the lead is back to 6 with 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. A rapidly moving first half.
McGrubu showing his talents. First to three, then a good pump fake drive. Now it looks like Northland has gone to the man. Smart move. Their zone was working great early, but then Richmond Heights started to shoot the ball well, so go to the man defense, change it up a little bit. They get a rebound. They're off and running.
And James is fouled on the double team.
I don't know how Bleacher Republic put together these teams, but what a great job of getting the talent that we have in the state of Ohio here in one place for one long weekend. Nice
James.
penetration.
Over
Can't
to
finish.
Barugo, couldn't finish. Nice offensive follow-up. Demarius Winters now with 5.
That's a tough shot off the dribble. But they're aggressive on the boards, and there's my man McGrubu again. McGrubu. I apologize, I can't pronounce your name, but I love your game.
Barugu.
Marugu. I can't pronounce it.
You remind me of that State Farm commercial with Andy Reid.
Adam's trying to help me, but there's no help, Adam, I'm telling you.
Winters misfires. And the Vikings look to push in transition. James misses a layup. And quickly to the other end. And that's going to be an offensive foul.
Yeah, I thought the defense was set there. Again, in college, that wouldn't have counted. That would have been a defensive foul because of the semicircle and the secondary defender, but not here. Oh, good. They took number 4 out.
There you go.
That guy's been playing hard. He does need a break.
Or you need a break from trying
break.
to say his name.
Northland going for a 1-4 low. Richmond Heights coming with a trap.
James stops on a dime.
He does.
And it goes out of bounds, and it will go to Richmond Heights.
Northland spread the court, went to a 1-4 low. Richmond Heights brought up a trap, but it didn't matter. Number 2, James just beat the trap and was able to get the shot that he felt comfortable with, just not able to knock it down. Barber
has the ball taken away by James. James with numbers. Behind
nice
the back pass. Keandre Tubbs with his first bucket of the night.
Great job of drawing the defense and making the extra pass.
3 and good.
From the corner. That's a tough 3.
Chevy Dozier with the 3. They now have 5 threes in the first half, and that has kept Richmond Heights in this ballgame.
It has. Early on when Northland got the big lead, they were missing the threes. But then Richmond Heights caught fire, and they stuck with what they do well. Obviously, shooting threes is one. I'm sure they do some other things well, but Northland has been able to attack the basket and get to the basket. I wouldn't say easy baskets, but get to the basket and finish.
Well, we talked in the first 2 games about defensive intensity and getting players to play defensively. That doesn't seem to be a problem at Northland.
No, they seem to play. They play aggressively. They play hard, and And I think the purpose of their three-quarters court press is not to trap, but just to get the guys moving. They play it pretty wide. Now they've gone to man-to-man, which Richmond Heights has had some success against that also.
Strong move with the right hand, an offensive rebound. Ball batted around, and it will stay here.
Well, great job here of attacking the closeout, just not able to finish, but they do get the offensive rebound, and the ball goes out of bounds, and they get the chance to bring it in again. But they've been doing a good job of attacking closeouts, attacking the trap, and Richmond Heights has been trying to trap up at the point, especially James.
James gets it back off the ball screen. James so quick in the lane.
That was, a good jump stop, pivot, turn around, and kind of a jump hook from a young man that's listed at, 5'9"?
Averages about 17 a game. And a block inside defensively by Schultz. James with the left hand.
Nice pump fake.
And they just relentless on the offensive glass. Schultz following the miss.
Schultz has shown the pump fake, the ability to get the defender off his feet numerous times today and take it for a better shot. This time he takes it in to where he gets a chance to get fouled, but a very, very good job of ball handling.
Schultz, a 71% free throw shooter, and he's now 3 for 3.
And the best thing about him? He's only a junior.
And he has offers from Harvard.
Well,
so he might have something upstairs.
Well, there's another young man that I can't interview because I wouldn't understand. He's above my pay grade.
Barugu is back in the ball game. Eight-point lead for the Vikings.
They're playing man-to-man defense. If you could see on the screen, the people on the Northland bench, there's a long three, a rebound, long rebound by a guard. But you'll notice the Northland bench is up and cheering. They're cheering their team on defense.
Ball out of bounds. It will stay with Richmond Heights. Joey Emery to inbound. And right behind the free throw line.
Dribble handoff, pull up jumper.
Dozier now with 5.
Here comes the double again. A little dipsy-do, doesn't go. Rebound put up and in.
Schultz does with the offensive rebound.
You can see Northland is well schooled. They're expecting, and it's almost they want that trap to come. They're handling that trap so well and getting the ball out and getting good ball movement.
3 in the corner is good.
Another knockdown corner 3. That seems to be where they do a lot of their practicing because they shoot a lot of corner threes, and they're hitting a lot of corner threes.
.35 seconds to go in the second quarter. Northland up by 5.
Here comes the double team on Schultz, and they cause the travel.
So McMorris turns the ball over.
Oh, was that McMorris? I'm sorry, but they sent a double team after him right away, and they forced the turnover. Chance to draw a little closer. The question is, with 28 seconds, will they go for the last shot, or will they go for the first good shot they can get? Corner three.
Ball out of bounds. This should go to Richmond Heights. And it does. Officials are talking about it, but
Yeah, look from here like it was kicked out by Northland, didn't it?
they were trying to determine where it went out of bounds. Kick in the corner for three. And Emery misfires from outside. It will stay with Richmond Heights with 4.8 seconds to go. Turnaround jumper doesn't go, and that will do it. The first half in the books, and Northland with a 30-25 lead at halftime, and some of the players getting a little chippy as they head to the locker room. You're watching Holiday Hoopla on OH.Report.
the game. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. Time to go hard and put your game face on. Ruthless, ruthless. This is the moment movies get based on. This is the moment movies get based on. Fire in the bones, watch me fire up the songs. Let it burn 'em, burn 'em, burn 'em. Got the fire in the bones. Our desires, they become who we are. We go hard, giving up, no we're not. Yeah, the first step is showing up. Now we're here blowing up. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go.
It is halftime at the Greater Columbus Convention Center. I am Brian Harter along with Gregg Collins. This is the nightcap of the 6 games being played on day 1. And each of our games that we have had tonight have been close ones. St. Ed's won game 4, 69-68. And Hartley in overtime defeated Kettering Fairmont 65-62. And we've got a 5-point game here in the nightcap as Northland with a 5-point cushion, 30-25, and it started off. Richmond Heights couldn't buy a basket.
Right.
Then all of a sudden they start hitting threes, and now it's a 5-point ball game.
Exactly, and both teams are playing hard, and you kind of get the sense as the second quarter ended and the teams had to be separated going into the locker room that maybe there's a little talking going on out on the court and whatever, but you get the sense that this second half, people are going to even pick it up even more. They're going to play even harder. This means a lot. Both teams, again, I think all the teams we've seen today are used to success. They are used to being the winner, the team on top, and both these teams have a lot of pride.
Northland has gotten off to a 6-1 start. Richmond Heights is 2-2, and you're talking about the 3-time defending champions in the state. They don't want to go to 2-3, so they're going to be coming out here in the second half, I'm guessing, with a lot of energy and a lot of gas in the tank.
Well, I think so, and like you said, they shot the ball so well from I think they hit a 3 near the end of the first quarter, but then throughout the second quarter. And they hit tough threes. Now, maybe they weren't contested threes, but they were corner threes, which is a tough 3-point shot. They weren't hitting them early, but they were hitting them late. It forced Northland to go out of their zone into the man-to-man. They continued to hit some threes, but they also added to that and were able to get the ball to the basket a couple of times. We'll see if Richmond Heights comes out with still trapping of the ball, especially trying to trap James. It seems like Northland did a real good job handling that in the first half.
First shot of the third quarter results in an offensive rebound. McMorris, his first field goal of the ball game.
Did a nice job of just cleaning it up inside and going right back up with it.
That's what you call playing the passing lane.
Yeah. And right away they get it to their playmaker, their point guard, James.
James for 3.
Richmond Heights for one of the few times able to get out and run a little bit.
Well, the good news is, since Richmond Heights is at this end of the floor, their jerseys are a little easier to see.
Maybe for you. Which is the key. If you can do it, that's great. Good pressure by Northland. Beats you off the dribble and gets the basket.
Emery now with 5.
That's what happens when you give extended pressure and very little help on the dribbler. You know, if you're going to deny everywhere, you're going to give up some layups. I think that's a good call, offensive foul. It looked like he tried to push off. Here it is, push off just a little bit, trying to get to the hoop.
McMorris with the personal.
Again, they back to their 1-2-2 at three-quarters court. In the first half, they would drop back to a zone out of this. We'll see what they do here. It looks like they're staying, or they're going man.
And a Euro step, an offensive rebound doesn't go. It's out of bounds. It will go to Northland.
That was a good Euro step and just not able to convert.
So I stopped coaching in the 90s, and I don't remember the Euro step being a thing in the 90s.
It was in Europe.
Well, that's fair. That is fair.
Yeah. No, you're right. It's every year it's been trickling down. NBA more into college, into high school, and the good players, they can do the Euro step. Great way to avoid the charge.
James with a shot fake.
Tough shot fake in the paint.
McMorris with an offensive rebound, and they're going to call a jump ball. So the possession arrow goes to Richmond Heights.
And he was doing everything he could to pull that baby down. Too many hands on the ball. Looks like Northland was coming with a little bit of trapping on their own now.
Attacking the basket with the right hand is Barber, and he draws the foul.
You know, one thing both teams have done a good job of is attacking the closeout. If you don't close out under control, down, with your behind down, hand up, they're going to attack it and get to the paint, and both teams have done a good job of attacking the closeout.
That is the first free throw attempt by Richmond Heights, and it comes with 5:40 to go in the third quarter.
Well, these guys are letting them play, which as a coach I always appreciated. You want it to be decided out on the court. It is a little physical at times. It's going to be that way.
Well, and as we saw at the half, got a little chippy there heading into the locker room. James kicks it out. Barugu for three.
Great job by Northland. You can just see they're well schooled. They reverse the ball in the backcourt against the press. When they get the ball over the midline, somebody cuts to the middle, and then he makes a great pass laterally. Nice corner jump shot. Yeah, it looked like he had a few words to say also. So the talking, I'm sure, is still going in the first from the first half.
Kai Ensberry with the shot. He is wearing the number 0.
All righty, number 0.
McMorris, nice move inside off the right block.
And that's a tough shot. No dribble, just a turnaround jump shot. Knocks it down.
Vikings up by 5.
Pull-up jumper.
And Barugu with the rebound. And now I'm saying it just because I can.
There you go, making fun of me.
Offensive rebound by McMorris, and he is fouled.
Now, he's done a great job inside, hadn't he? Great job attacking the boards.
McMorris, his first 3 points came from the free throw line. He's 3 for 3.
Now, Richmond Heights in the first half was doing a lot of trapping of James, which I can understand. He's so good with the ball. He makes so many good decisions. Now they're trapping kind of randomly. Well, the problem with that is if you trap randomly and they're able to get the ball to James, now not only does Northland have numbers, but they got a great ball handler, a great decision maker with the basketball.
McMorris now with 9. The lead is back to 7. Three in the air and good.
Good ball movement that time. Good people movement. You get good ball movement, good people movement. It's tough to defend. The ball went from one side to the other, back to the other side, where he knocks down a 3.
Dozier with his second 3. Barugu might have gotten away with a little elbow there on the baseline.
There it is. Look, boy, he knocks a guy out of bounds. Now, remember I said in the first half the officials like it when everybody's outside the three-point line? Now they're starting to get in close to the basket, and it's becoming very physical. Not a bad out-of-bounds play.
Not a bad out-of-bounds play at all as McMorris finishes with the jam.
And who's the pass from? James. Good decision, good out-of-bounds play, good call from the bench.
Looks like they've done that more than once.
I'm sure they have. It looks like they're back to their zone now, changing it up a little bit.
Force a missed 3, but an offensive rebound. It's tied up inside, and with 2:38 to go, it's a 6-point ball game, 41-35. Northland has led from the start.
You got to fight to get open in this game. Now, I think that's smart. Trap James. Get the ball out of his hands. He makes so many good decisions.
There he protects the basketball and draws the foul on Chevy Dozier.
Now they come trapping. He dribbles out of the trap.
He is so quick with the ball.
He is. And he's such a good decision. There's a good post entry.
McMorris misses the turnaround. Deontay James is fun to watch.
He is. He is. A heady basketball player. Northland back in their zone. Step back 3. That's a tough shot. Tough shot. Did you get the number on that, young man? Number 2?
And a smile on the face of Demarius Winters as he knocks down his second 3.
But that was a tough 3. Step back 3? Come on, man.
It's from the elbow extended Schultz. And he is now in double figures with 10. Barber slows things down offensively. Nice look inside.
I was just going to mention, you saw in the first half Northland playing at the other end in front of their bench. Their bench was excited into the game defensively. The players were on their toes. Now it looks like they're more on their heels. It's a little bit more quiet back here. Watch them as they come down and play defense. Not quite the same aggressiveness, activity that they had in the first half. Good pick and pop. I think they got from McMorris for holding on that.
It's a third team foul for Northland. So
I don't think either team was in the bonus in the first half, right? And it doesn't, 33 seconds left. Might not get there again this half. Another step back three. Bounce pass would have gotten there, I think. He just didn't make that pass, but good choice. 15 seconds to go. Get the ball to James. Let him make you think something's good's going to happen. A penetration, a kick.
Or a tough leaner that doesn't go. Tried to. Ball knocked out of bounds, and that will do it. 3 quarters in the books. It's Northland by 5 as we head to the 4th.
On me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, as you know, we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. I'm a giant, they can move the king. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless.
Columbus Northland up by 5, 45-40 as we head to the final 8 minutes. Brian Harter, Gregg Collins from the Holiday Hoopla at the Greater Columbus Convention Center. If you are a basketball junkie, this is for you. And we are seeing 2 of the more athletic teams in the state playing here with Northland and Richmond Heights. Richmond Heights, the 3-time defending champs in Division 4. And they've got their hands full here. Down by 5 in the final 8 minutes. McMorris with a strong move inside.
And that was a great set coming out of the timeout, the quarter break, a special play to get the ball inside to McMorris. And, I think he knocked a couple of guys out of his way to score, but he got a score out of it.
3 in the air by Adio is good. That's his 3rd 3.
And again, a quarter 3, penetration and kick. Here it is, penetration kick. Step in, shoot it. Again, nice form, but a tough shot from the corner, but they shoot it well as a team, and he knocks down that big 3.
That is what you call ball handling.
Yeah, there you go. He wanted it himself. And
ball out of bounds, and it will stay with Richmond Heights. They've cut it to 4. They could not buy a basket in the first quarter. Shot the 3 to get back in it.
And they've done a better job of attacking closeouts also this, especially this half. There, another attack of a closeout. Kick.
And they're going to call a foul inside away from the ball.
Yeah, I think it was a good call. Adam just showed it. It certainly wasn't a charge. It was either a no call or a block, and they decided to go with the block right there. Clearing out the left side. 1-on-1. Little hand check.
Foul on Craighead.
We have not been to the bonus in either quarter, but right now we got 2 early fouls on Northland.
Fouls on Keandre Tubbs, number 12. Off-balance jumper doesn't go by Winters.
Good defense. It was a step back three or step back two, but with pressure. Looks like they're going to go two-man game on this side. Throwing it in and see, oh.
He draws a lot of attention.
And he should. He's done such a great job inside. They're letting him play, and he has just been the more physical player down inside. He's just got to realize when he catches it out at 10 feet or so, like he did the last time, they're going to double him now. Find the open man. Find the open guy. But he wants the ball bad. He wants that ball on the left wing right now and throw it into him. There he goes. He's going to post up. And Richmond Heights looks like they're going to try to have early help, which is smart. Now they bring him in for a double screen, which every time they've done that, they've posted him up.
James tries to create something in the lane. Shot doesn't go. And Richmond Heights trying to chip into a 4-point deficit, and a nice strong move with the right hand.
It was a great hesitation move. Got the defense to get his center of gravity up and just beat him on the dribble. That is right here. There you go. I missed the hesitation move, but you saw the strong finish.
Emory now with 7 and a 2-point lead for Northland with 5:32 to go. And just like you could sense St. Ed's in game 6 of this classic, you knew they had a run in them. You knew Richmond Heights did too.
Well, you knew it. Again, both teams playing with a lot of pride, and both teams have the ability to score in spurts. And we've seen some of that today, where a team will run off 2 or 3 baskets. Early on, it was Northland that ran off maybe, 12, 14 points in the first quarter. But since then, it's been Richmond Heights with 2 or 3 baskets, Northland with a 1, maybe 2. And just a good ball game. But what's most fun are the kids are playing so hard. They're playing so hard, and, it's been physical. But, of course, we couldn't hear it up here, but you don't see any kids complaining.
Those kids aren't complaining.
Well, no, they're up. It's probably past bedtime, guys.
It's Friday night. Come on, Dad.
Santa's already been here also.
5:32 to go, and Northland up 47-45. Ball out of bounds, and it will go to Richmond Heights. So an opportunity to tie it up or take the lead off of a turnover.
That's just good. Good defense. Got his hand in there and caused the turnover.
Good shot fake. Nice shot fake by Winters.
Oh, he looks over at the crowd. That was a pretty move. That's something you'd see from the Harlem Globetrotters, wouldn't you? Everybody jumping on the fake shot.
We are tied at 47 as we approach 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. And I say the fourth quarter because our last game went into overtime. And a turnover, and here come the Spartans.
Looks like a little ghost screen there. Another little ghost screen.
3 in the air for the lead. Adeo with his 4th 3.
And that time they had good people movement, good ball movement, dribble penetration, knock it out to the corner for the open 3. And here, now we have Northland playing from behind.
3, no good. And Richmond Heights clears the miss. And they will patiently walk it up the floor. Ball poked out of bounds by James.
Richmond Heights, you see a ghost screen. A lot of ghost screens they've been running this second half. It looks like the man's coming over to set a ball screen, but he doesn't. It's confusing the defense, and Richmond Heights is able to beat him off the dribble. It's been working effectively, so, hey, why go away from it?
Barber's now 3 for 3 from the line. And a foul called on the inbounds.
And with under 4 minutes to go, it's still only the second foul in the quarter on Richmond Heights. We might go the entire game without either team getting in the bonus.
Shot from the elbow, and it's good by Schultz.
Nice move by Schultz. He faked right, came left, one dribble pull up for a short jumper. Stop a little bit of the bleeding that Richmond Heights is, a little bit of the run that Richmond Heights has been on.
Schultz with 12. And McMorris clears another rebound.
Uh-oh.
And, that had dunk written all over it.
Richmond Heights got caught gambling a little bit too much, and Northland took advantage, and we're back to a 1-point game with under 3 minutes to go. Now every decision is magnified. Short jumper.
And a foul as Winters came to the ground.
It was good defense up until the last second. Forced the short jumper with pressure. But then got him, probably it looked like maybe on the arm. Now the free throws mean a little bit more also. That is 4 team fouls now on Northland.
And the first free throw attempt of the night for Demarius Winters goes through. He now has 11.
So the remainder of tonight, Richmond Heights will be shooting the bonus.
They did not shoot their first free throw until the third quarter. The few fans that are here wanted a foul called.
The officials have let them play, but they've been consistent, which you have to appreciate. Standing three.
James for 3.
Now Northland back on top by 1.
James now with 13.
Clearing out the left side. See if he gets any help. Dribble penetrate, step back.
All batted around, and Northland now with an opportunity to regain the lead. We're under 2 minutes to go.
If you're Northland, do you want the ball in anybody else's hands?
No.
No, I think you're right. Big
Schultz.
Possession, obviously. Schultz. Ooh.
And Barugu with a soft pass to the top.
Ball's been going everywhere now, but we're down to 1:30. A lot of time left. Clear out on the left side again.
Floater in the lane.
High off the glass.
And Barber.
That was a nice move by Barber. He had to get it over a shot blocker. Get it up high. He got it up high off the glass. Banked it in. And now we have a timeout with a 1-point lead.
1:15 to go. So if you're now in the Northland huddle, do you want to work down for a last shot? Do you want to look to get the ball into McMorris? I'm going to guess it's going to stay in the hands for Deontay James.
Well, I think it's at least going to be in his hands to get the ball past half court, but no, there's a lot of time left, and you're down one. We're working our offense. We're trying to get a good shot, but I agree with you. I could see them going down to McMorris inside, if not on the block, maybe halfway up the lane, but letting the young man know, listen, every time we've gotten the ball into you in the second half, they've been doubling you. They've been running people at you. Be ready to square up and look for the open man. It could be somebody cutting to the basket. So he could be a good facilitator as well as, James is going to be.
1 minute, 15 seconds to go. Northland was in control of this game through much of the first half and into the third quarter.
What I don't see, it'll be interesting. I don't know, whatever, Richmond Heights, whatever got them here, that's what you got to do. But they were doing early a lot of doubling on the ball. If they're going to double anybody, maybe James, but, I think they're just going to stay with their man. They're a good enough man team. Stay with your man and double if the ball goes into the post.
Schultz looking inside, and a foul as they were trying to get it into McMorris.
They were trying to get it in McMorris, but it was great defense fronting. I can't tell who that is that was defending him, but there was a lot of pushing and shoving as McMorris tried to get around. It was just too much holding. They had to call a foul. But that's only 3 team fouls on Richmond Heights now. They still have 1 to give. So play aggressively in the post area, especially. Here they are going to, they were going to double. They get out of it. And here's the 2-man game with a clear out on the left side and a post up to McMorris. Here, they call offensive.
Oh, they push off on McMorris.
Yeah, did they call the hook? We'll see. Does Adam? There he is. Yes. They called the hook, I believe, and that's is that number 5 on him?
I believe he is gone. Yeah, they've got to get him out. Quentin Rogers wants his Spartans to come over to the bench. 44.5 to go. And Richmond Heights with a 1-point lead.
And that was an offensive foul, obviously, so there'll be no shooting on that. There it goes. I don't know. I couldn't tell. Did he have his left hand out to hook? Or did he just lower his shoulder into him? I'm not sure.
Nehemiah McMorris fouls out with 15. And he was the inside presence for Northland.
And I'll tell you, he's going to be sore tomorrow morning.
He is going to be sore. He has worked for everything that he has.
He plays hard. He plays physical. And Richmond Heights has matched his physicality. And he's going to have some bumps and bruises. This quarter, it's 15-9. Richmond Heights outscoring Northland. Of course, Northland had a 5-point lead at half, 5-point lead at the end of the third. But right now, Richmond Heights up 1 with 44 seconds to go.
Richmond Heights with only 8 points in the first quarter. Northland has been consistent. 16 in the first, 14 in the second, 15 in the third.
It's just this quarter they're at 9. Full court man pressure, as you would expect.
And a turnover. And then a block.
Boy, we're seeing a lot of action. It was a turnover. Going in for here's the
something.
Turnover right here.
Look at how hard.
Quick hands right there.
And then
tries
the block.
to get it up. Nice block, just can't keep it in bounds. Again, down 1, 37 seconds to go. You're going for a good shot. You don't have McMorris inside right now.
James off the ball screen and attacks the basket and can't get it to drop. Ball on the ground. Possession arrow goes to Richmond Heights.
Look at the hustle right here. You love to see young kids that are selling out, getting on the ground. Remember, Richmond Heights is in the bonus now, so they will go to the line on any fouls.
And they will take the air out of the ball. 19 seconds to go and a foul. And that will send Demarius Winters to the line.
Foul set number 12, taken on Farmer.
Winters is 1 for 2. He has 11 points on the night.
And if you're Northland, 17 seconds to go, 17-6 to be exact. If you're down 3, 2 or 3, you don't need to shoot a 3. Get the ball to the basket. You have 3 timeouts left. Take the ball hard to the basket. Yeah, I know it's not easy to do with these shot blockers, but, you know, try to get the first easy basket you can.
Winters makes it a 3-point game, 15 seconds to go.
You got to go. You go, okay, use one of the timeouts right now. Now with 10 seconds left, they're probably going to set up for a 3.
Well, Dozier has a couple of 3s. Adio has 4. And Ansbury, well, that's for Richmond Heights, so we don't care what they're shooting from 3. Barugu has 2, and Deontay James has 1. He was left wide open, the top of the left wing.
Well,
other than that, they haven't had anyone else who's hit a 3.
now,
In fact, we have a video package of all of their 3s.
there's one right there.
And here's the one of James
There's
left open.
James right there. And I would think Richmond Heights is not going to trap. They're not going to leave anybody open for a 3. And they've only committed 3 team fouls. So they have a foul to give. You know, you don't want to do it right away, and you certainly don't want to shoot the foul the shooter. But when there's dribble penetration of any type, you can foul that person. But you want to tell your players, do not help against dribble penetration. Don't help. Stay on your man.
10.7 to go. Northland down by 3.
Ball screen. Long 3.
Does not go. And an offensive rebound. That'll stop the clock, but so now you're going to look for a made first free throw, and then you'll try to miss the second one.
I forget what the high school rule is, but I believe it's only a tip is timed for right now.
And now the important one. Did you have a play for this scenario?
For this one, you know, we did, and that was one player. The player on one side of the lane would go screen on the player on the other side of the lane and have that guy loop around. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's hard to explain, or at least it is hard for me. But it's tougher to do when you have to tip it.
We need a telestrator. That's what we need.
Well, I'd be drawing Christmas trees.
Richmond Heights clinging to a 2-point lead with 0.6 seconds to go.
Now, you know, for lack of anything better to do, maybe he could just throw it off the rim. But again, he can't. I don't believe he can catch and shoot. Well,
and Richmond Heights cleared the rebound, and that will do it. They come away with a 57-55 win. We'll be back to wrap it up right after this.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, as you know, we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. I'm a giant, they can move the king. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. Time to go hard and put your game face on. Ruthless, ruthless. This is the moment movies get based on. This is the moment movies get based on. Fire in the bones, watch me fire up the songs. Let it burn 'em, burn 'em, burn 'em. Got the fire in the bones. Our desires, they become who we are. We go hard, giving up, no we're not. Yeah, the first step is showing up. Now we're here blowing up. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go.
We are back now with one of our co-players of the games from Columbus, Northland. We've got Deontay James, and hard-fought game, man. That really was a pretty good one, going up against a really good team, 3-time defending state champion. What do you think you're going to take away from this one, you and your guys getting some quality minutes in a game that obviously comes down to the final play?
Just, communicating as a team. It came down to the wire, but we're going to work, get back to it, game scenarios. We're going to get back to it. We're going to bounce back, and that's really it,
And for you individually, games on the line there in the fourth quarter, and it felt like you really wanted the ball in your hands. You wanted to be that guy to try to facilitate and go get your own. Describe to me what your role is on this team and what you feel like you bring when you're on the floor.
I feel like I bring energy. I like to bring energy to my team, to make the game easier for other players. I like creating for other players and also getting mine. But, a team player, that's what I am. So I like doing that, distributing the defense. That's what I like to do that.
Just in general, it felt like great energy from this team from top to bottom. Yeah. Just describe to our fans out there what this team and the chemistry has been like so far from the start of the season building up till now.
It's been the same. We just keep building up as a team. Energy in practice is we always going to have an intense practice, and we're just going to make it how we play in the game. And if we bring what we do in practice to the game, we're going to come out with a win.
Really tough schedule that you guys play during the regular season down here in Columbus. What's the outlook as we get closer here to 2025, and what do you guys want to accomplish before you roll into tournament action?
We want to accomplish, we're going to win another city. We got that one. We're going to win the district and the state championship. That's what we're going for right now.
Love it, man. Just keep checking off the boxes as you go.
One game at a time.
All right, man. Well, appreciate you giving us the time here.
Thank you.
Last thing before you go ahead, look in the camera. Give as many shout-outs as you want.
I want to shout out my dad and my brother. He pushed me to be the best that I am right now. I'm going to keep going. My goal isn't finished yet. And, that's it. Appreciate y'all.
All right, Deontay James, one of our co-MVPs tonight from Northland. Now we'll bring in De'Eric Barber from Richmond Heights. Derek, another nice win for you guys here on the season, and throughout your career, you've done a ton of that. Yeah. This one boiling down to the wire, though, in an environment where obviously very pro-Northland here. This is their city. Just pulling out the win here at the end. How satisfying was it for you and your team?
It was very satisfying. We went into halftime, and we all just talked about the game plan, what we really needed to focus on to pull it out, because we was down the whole game.
Yeah.
We didn't get no lead till the fourth quarter, so it was just about us. We understood what we had to do was just following the game plan and making sure everybody was on top of everything.
The first quarter in particular, it took you guys like 6.5 minutes to get on the board there. So to not get down on each other and then just to keep spirits up, how did that go for you guys out there on the court?
We really a brotherhood. Like, we talk to each other every day. We with each other every day. Like, we was with each other on Christmas. So it's like everybody got faith in each other. So, we could get on each other, whatever. We all understand at the end of the day, the goal is to win. So we're a family and we understand what our end goal is.
When you're the multiple-time defending state champions, that always comes with a little bit of a target on your back. How's that been going for you here your senior season? Because so far, every time that you've been out on the playing surface, you've been a state champion. What's it like now in your final year with the heightened expectations?
Really just making sure I'm there day in, day out. Like, we gotta, the leaders on the team, we can't take no days off. We gotta make sure we at practice on time, because everybody following us. So it's really just making sure that we doing what we supposed to do, and we understand, ain't nobody ever won 4. There's many people that won 3, but if you win 4, you by yourself. So it's I'm trying to be in that conversation with my teammates, win 4. 'Cause I've been with them my whole high school career. Right. So it's and my dogs, I'm trying to finish out with them on a high note.
And individually, how do you feel like maybe your game has been different and evolved this year from seasons past?
A lot, because this year, people done scouted a lot. So, like my guys, Damaris, Dorian, Joey, them boys can shoot. They got burners. So, sometimes when I'm driving, they don't even help. They just face guard them the whole time, so the lane be there. Last year, people really weren't doing that. People was, biting it when I was driving. So this year, it's about, my reads, making sure I watch film, understanding everything, and really just knowing where my guys are. And I got a couple new guys, too, so making sure they fill in the right way. They do what they ain't got to switch their game.
did another nice job of being a facilitator tonight. Congratulations, getting a win here in Columbus at the Hoopla. Last but not least, look in the camera, shout out anybody you want.
I want to shout out my family and my teammates and God, because He the one that keep me going each and every day.
All right, Derek Barber, your MVP from Richmond Heights.
Back here at the Greater Columbus Convention Center with a Northland defeat at the hands of Richmond Heights, 57-55. Brian Harter, Gregg Collins, and we came down here wanting to see good basketball, and none of the three games were disappointing.
No, not at all. They all came down to the last possession or second to last possession, and that's what you want to see when you come to a basketball game. If you don't have interest of one side over the other, and we saw 6 good teams today. This last one, we saw a shorthanded Richmond Heights team playing without their big boy defeat a very talented Columbus Northland team.
Now, there was kind of a trend in all three of these games. One team would jump out to a big lead, and then the other team would just stay close enough, and they would do just enough to stay in the game, and then they would make a run in the second half, and that's exactly what Richmond Heights did. Well,
they did, and you looked at the first quarter. I think it was maybe the last possession of the first quarter where Richmond Heights knocked down a three. They couldn't hit a three. They were shooting from the corner, but they weren't hitting them, and you were wondering, what is this team doing? But they end the night with 10 threes, and that made a difference. They started knocking them down. Northland started closing out a little bit out of control, and then Richmond Heights would either hit the open three or attack the closeout and get to the basket. Well, it was their ability to hit the three, and they got some big stops down the stretch. That's what really made the difference for Richmond Heights. They did. They really did. And it seemed like for Northland, it was two guys that they were relying on, and Richmond Heights figured that out, and they really did a good job of doubling down inside, sometimes tripling it down inside. and causing problems, not allowing any easy baskets.
Northland is now 6-2 on the season. Richmond Heights, they improve to 3-2. For Gregg Collins, I am Brian Harter. So long from Columbus, and there'll be more Holiday Hoopla tomorrow here on OH Report.